Good evening. Welcome to another edition of the Press Box. Brian Carson here with my co-host Kenny Varner and special guest Josh Yoder. Hello, Kenny. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well. A little out of shape, but I'm doing well.
And you all right? What's wrong?
Huh? No, I just had some exercising today, refereeing the Bulldogs game, and
Oh,
a little tired. Little tired.
we'll talk about that. And got Josh here. How you doing, Josh?
I'm doing well. Thank you for having me on again.
No problem. We're supposed to have Matt Silks and the Honorary Wrestling Federation on. They're promoting SummerFest. He's a little late, so we're gonna BS a little until he gets on. I really think it's because he's scared. I issued the Sons of Mifflin County on Facebook. He issued an open challenge to anybody, and I answered. I said Kenny and I, the fat bastards, would wrestle them anytime, anywhere, and he didn't respond. And I think he's a little scared to come on, truthfully. So, Kenny, how'd you guys
Yes.
do today?
We won this one. We played against the Tuscarora Intermediate Unit. Uh, Great bunch of guys and gals. It was a pretty fun game. I had to be the referee, of course. And the guys, I didn't have to throw anybody out, thank goodness. And the Bulldogs won pretty handily, 42-21.
You
So
should have thrown somebody out.
I was trying to get Pee Wee to throw him out, but after I threw the first warning on him, he kind of settled
Just for,
down a little bit.
just for fun, throw him out. I saw you lost to the HWF guys. Why,
Yes.
Kenny? Why
Uh,
did you lose to those sissies?
I have no say so in it since I haven't been able to coach. I haven't coached yet this season. That was a loss for Pee Wee Duncan, not me.
Oh, Pee
That
Wee.
goes on his record.
Pee
So,
Wee. You know what the problem is, Pee Wee? You wear that Eagles jacket. You got to stop that. Then you'll win. So why haven't you been coaching?
well, we are in need of referees, and I am the only one that has refereed before, so
Ah,
I get it by default. So
that is a tough job.
yeah, yeah, my players, they don't want me to be a quarterback because they say I throw too many interceptions. Now they don't want me to be a referee, so there's not
Can,
much left.
can
I'll
I
be
tell you?
sitting
Can I
by
tell
the end
you?
of the year. I'll be sitting watching the games.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you a true story? I was down at Rec Park just for something to do, watching midget football.
Mhm.
Lewistown was going to play, and somehow I got dragged. That somebody didn't show up, and I was a ref,
Mm.
right?
Uh-huh.
And I experienced firsthand during a kickoff. I called an illegal block in the back against Lewistown, and their coaches were like literally out on the field in my face.
Wow.
And I wanted to go, dudes, it's midget football. This isn't like you're playing in the Rose Bowl. It's for fun.
Mhm.
But it's tough, man. Everybody bitches at you.
Yeah, you can't win. You got to take your hat off to the referees around here. They can't win.
Yeah, good buddy of ours, Gary Barger. I tell him all the time, man, you're insane to want to be a referee.
Mhm.
Insane. But yeah, you take a lot of flack. So I think yours though probably is pretty laid back, right?
Pretty much. I have a couple players that tell me that I don't know how to call a game, but
Ooh.
that doesn't last too long after I throw a flag.
You know what you do? Make them run laps, or make them do up downs
Mm.
nonstop. Remember the Titans, and they
Oh,
started
yeah,
puking.
yeah, I remember. Yeah,
If you just tuned in, we're waiting for Matt Silks from the Honorary Wrestling Federation. Little late getting here, hasn't shown up yet. Hopefully he shows up. But they have a SummerFest card coming on we'll talk about. But hey, did you see today the arrogance of this guy? I read I read The Athletic a lot, and there was an article in there, a really good one. Can't remember the writer. I should be slapped for not remembering it because it was good. He interviewed the head coach and one of the main NIL boosters for Texas Tech. Okay? They spent $25 million this year in football through the transfer portal and recruiting to try to make them win the Big 12.
Wow.
Jeez.
And that's more than Ohio State spent last year to win the national title. Ohio State spent $20 million. And this Cunningham, I can't remember his first name, the booster, is so arrogant, you just want to wring his neck. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll spend more if I have to. We're going to win the Big Ten. It's like, oh, okay. That's the way to do it. Buy a team.
Mm-hmm.
Buy a championship instead of earning it. But I don't think they're going to win the Big 12 anyway. You know why?
Why?
Remember, they're in the Big 12 now. There's that little team that made the college playoffs, Arizona State.
Mm-hmm.
And even though they lost that Scatabo kid, they're still good. But it's just the arrogance of this guy. You'd have to read it. Would super turn you off. And it's getting ridiculous. $25 million for football.
That is ridiculous. They have to put a cap on it or somewhere along
That's
the
what
line.
I'm hoping they do. If NIL is here, it's not going to go away. But they need some regulation, even if the government has to, put a cap on it, that you could always spend so much.
Yeah, because it's ruining college sports in general. But we shouldn't be surprised by any of this anyway, because it's been like there's a lot of people like that have been waiting in the wings for it to be legal, and now here they are, and for the record, just because they spent so much money doesn't mean they're going to win at all. Because if that was the case, nobody would stop the Yankees or the Dodgers at this point.
Well, yeah, I mean, it doesn't guarantee it, but there's a pretty good chance they'll be in the college tournament.
Yeah, certainly. Yeah, no, that is true. But I'll also say it's not as surprising considering it's from a Texas college. You know how big football is in that state.
But it's like, have some humility. The arrogance of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep spending. I'll buy a championship team. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, no, absolutely. I totally agree with that. It's just not as surprising to me because it was almost expected to happen with some of these people.
It's college. I wouldn't be so mad if it was pro. Everybody knows you're trying to buy a team, unless you're the Pirates or the Nationals. But college was supposed to be, that whole amateur ideal. It's based on coaching and recruiting, and now that's out the window. It's like, who has the most money to spend?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
That's it.
And what makes it worse, it's like, going to college, like, yeah, you're getting all this cool stuff too, but it's like you're getting an education that you could use that money to help build stuff for not only yourself, but maybe your community. And even that seems to be getting lost.
But it's that disparity again. The small school colleges that are actually good with good coaches, good recruiting. I'll use Tulane as example. Look how good they've been the last couple of years. But they don't have the money to compete like that.
No.
No way.
Same way with another good mid-major team, Boise State.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm sure they don't got a booster that's paying $25 million at Boise State.
they might spend $25 million for all their sports combined, let alone football.
It's just like everything, everything goes to the
Extreme.
utmost extreme. Yeah. I can understand the players originally when they weren't allowed to put cream cheese on a bagel, without getting uh, penalized for it. The NCAA had all kinds of stupid little things where you couldn't go out to dinner with an agent or anything, and then we
I
go
agree.
to the opposite extreme, and it's like somewhere they got to find a medium, or they're going to lose college and everything that it stood for.
Yeah.
People just aren't going to be interested.
I agree it was too restrictive, but also we're coming down to a point where you have, like, I wrote a column on the salary cap in baseball. I think there should be one, but I also think you got to put in a floor where teams can't tank. They got to spend a certain amount, and
Right.
like the Nationals and Pirates, like I mentioned, they're just tanking. They're tanking.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Agreed.
okay, I'm a Nationals fan. Everybody that follows me knows I am. Did you happen to see? I know you don't follow them, Kenny or Josh. Last week, the weekend series with the Milwaukee Brewers. Are you ready for this?
Mhm.
They gave up 56 hits and 38 runs in 3 games.
Wow.
Oh, man.
You don't even see high school teams doing that.
No.
They have a pitching staff that doesn't even belong in AAA minor league. And they're tanking. Just so the Mark Lerner can pocket, because they still make money with the TV deals, with Masson, with jersey sales, with people who do support the team and go to the games. They're just pocketing money. They don't give a shit about winning. And that's why if you have the cap, which fans want, some owners want, you got to have a floor where they got to spend so much or they're penalized for it.
Yeah.
And what the Pirates are doing is a joke. I mean, they'll groom their young players, bring them up, and they start to show some promise, and they trade them for future considerations. For other minor leaguers. It's like, what are you doing? There was even a rumor about Paul Skeens this year. I mean,
Yeah.
You don't want to win. That's just terrible. And people, are still going. They're still paying to see the product, but
Not that they were good, but at the trade deadline, the Nationals, you tell me this isn't tanking. The Nationals actually got rid of a good closer, Kyle Finnegan. He was third in the league in saves. They got rid of Finnegan and 2 starters from the rotation. Is that tanking? Yeah, so sorry, my headphones came off my head. I don't know how that happened. I got it. Well, my head is big.
Yeah, but you're absolutely right, Carson, and Kenny's right too. Like, I agree with. There's got to be a medium somewhere, because some of these players are getting so much money, but you can never live up to the contract. But then these owners are like, they're completely like screwing over the fans with their money and their hard-earned money, and they're not trying to even keep like for example, the best example I can think of is right now is the Penguins in hockey. Like, yeah, I understand Pittsburgh's a small market, but when you have a group of guys that you have and you can build around, you try to keep them and then try to work around bringing guys, to keep up, to keep a good roster together. Like, build a core up, keep them, and then keep trying to find ways to bring in guys, to fill in roles,
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know if you saw that article, but Mario Lemieux wants to buy the Penguins back.
Nice. That would be
because
incredible.
he's sick of watching them like tank and lose.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's kind of like what we're talking about. It's like I understand, like it's gonna be hard for certain teams to compete every year, you know.
I don't
But
know. I kind of like watching the Penguins lose.
I wonder why. He sounds like a Boston Bruins fan, huh, Kenny?
Yeah, sounds a little like one, right?
We suck too. We kept too many old players, and last year it came back to bite us. And now we have a massive fire sale. We finished last in the division. Hey, Sean, how's it going, buddy? Well, we're waiting for Matt Silks. I don't know, Kenny. Are you sure he's coming on tonight?
Well, some of
It's
the
all-
people that he's close to told me tonight that he was coming on. So, and Matt said, that he was going to.
we're
So,
almost at 8:00.
last minute practices and stuff. You never know. Something could have happened.
Silks, you better get your ass on here. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna tell you what, Brian. Mosh let me know about his feelings about what was said. Last couple weeks.
Oh, you mean the jobber?
Oh yeah.
Oh, jeez.
What do you have to say?
A couple headlocks and some pity twisters. After that, he was said, "I heard what you guys were saying."
That's fine. That's fine, Johnny Rods. That's fine, Johnny Rods. Go hide behind your tag partner.
Oh, jeez.
See, I could not be a good manager, Kenny.
Oh, you definitely could.
I could be a heel with the likes of Jim Cornette and Brain Heenan. I could.
Believe
Now
me.
he might not even hide behind Silks. He might hide behind Pit Chick.
Oh.
Isn't that his wife now?
Yeah. Fiance, I know for sure, but I don't know
Soon
if
to
they're
be
married
wife.
yet. Yeah.
Well, in all seriousness, if they are married now, congratulations. That's pretty cool. Now Mosh can legally hide behind his wife. See, I could do it, man. Right?
Yeah, you could do it. Yep.
You know what I have an idea for a storyline, but I don't want to give it away online. I think it's a good one too. See, I figure once I get my artificial leg, if that ever comes, I can go to these events, be a manager, and take my leg off and beat a wrestler with it. You know what I mean?
You'll be a Zach Allen.
Yeah, I'll be managing. Yeah, I'll be managing a guy, and he gets in trouble, and I take my leg off and bonk the guy over the head with it.
I think that would be illegal, Carson.
Why?
Yeah.
It's against the rules. You can't hit somebody with a weapon.
That's not a weapon.
No. What are you talking about? The Sheik used to rip people open with a pencil.
Well, yeah, but those were called hardcore matches, not an actual wrestling match.
I'll say that to Abdullah the Butcher with the fork.
Yeah, I'm hardcore. I'll bop him over the damn head. So I guess, I don't know. If he's not coming, we'll just have to I apologize to everybody who was coming on with the HW, expecting the HWF, but we've got a no-show right now. I still think it's because he's afraid, because the fat bastards challenged him, and they challenged him and the Jobber to a tag team title match. And who knows? What's their big tag team that goes up against them? Riot City or something?
Right.
Yeah,
So
right.
it's wanted.
Yeah. And
And the
last
man,
time it was the Golden Boys, wasn't it?
Yep.
yeah. Do they have a manager, Riot City?
Not that I'm aware of.
All
Not
right.
the.
I'm going to manage Riot City, and we're going to take the titles away from those sons of Mifflin County. Kenny, did you start your previews yet?
No, not yet. I've got the calls out. I'm just waiting for callbacks. How about
I
you?
did. I have not started yet because I've been writing some editorials for the Sentinel and exciting stuff on the Juniata County Fair tab coming up.
Oh yeah, that'll be here before you know it.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait for the pig judging contest. I'm a Mifflin Countyan, but really very different. Nobody can believe it. I'm from Mifflin County. I never hunted, never fished.
Oh,
Never.
right there. I'm right there. Well, I tried fishing once, and I stopped because I couldn't have a better catch than what I did whenever I went there. A friend of mine, when I was in high school, we decided we were going to go fishing at the swimming hole, Mexico campground,
Yeah.
and we were using cut up hot dogs for bait because like we didn't want to use worms because they were like slimy and crap. So anyway, I went to cast, and it got stuck in a tree. And just as I tried to get it out of the tree, it hooked a bird. So my first fishing attempt was catching a bird, and you can't top that.
You're trying to kill birds like Randy Johnson did with a fastball.
Dude,
I'll never forget that. Do you remember that? He threw the ball.
Yeah.
He threw the ball so hard the bird literally disintegrated.
Yes, it did.
I mean, there it is, flying along, having a good time. Bam!
Well, you know what's crazy about all that? I remember like animal rights groups got really mad at him for that.
Yeah,
And
it's
I'm
not like he looked at the bird and said, "I'm going to throw the ball at it."
You didn't see it coming. No one saw it coming.
No,
The bird
especially the bird.
The bird crossed the strike zone.
Yeah.
Hey, I like animals too, but those animal rights people are
Extreme.
I mean, the PETA people are ridiculous.
Well,
I remember one time a story. The guy came on, I think it was the Today Show or something like that, cooking, promoting his cookbook. And he cut a lobster and boiled it on the air. But he cut it while it was alive in half. They bitched. I mean, PETA, that is so cruel. How can you show that on TV? That poor thing in pain. Turns out I don't know, what do they call it, studies maybe an oceanographer or studies animal life in the water said that is impossible because lobsters don't have pain receptors. They feel no pain.
Wow.
So they were going nuts over this poor lobster suffering, and it felt nothing. Yeah, it's not fun to be cut in half.
No.
But it died. It didn't feel it. It just went, oh shit, I'm being cut in half.
Do you guys remember the reaction to like after Johnson hit the bird? Like, I don't even think the umpire knew what to call on the pitch because everyone just stood around like, what just happened?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what he called. I'd have called it a strike because it was a perfect pitch. I mean, when you can throw a ball that hard that a bird disintegrates, literally disintegrates, you got my respect.
He saw nothing but flying feathers.
Yeah. We won't get into that. That was one of the dumbest trades my expos ever did. And I still remember it. We traded Randy Johnson for Mark Langston and Brian Holman.
Who?
Yeah, who do you think won that trade?
The Mariners.
Yep.
At least he got a World Series ring.
We traded a Hall of Fame guy for Brian Holman and Mark Langston. I wrote a column for the Altoona Mirror. Actually, wanted it about when the Expos moved to Washington to be the Nationals. How we were Major League Baseball's minor leagues. The guys we traded away that were stars: Johnson, Larry Walker, Pedro Martinez. I mean, it's when you saw all the guys, and I can't remember them all now, but it was ridiculous what the Expos had and got rid of because the owners were cheap.
Remember back in the 70s, you had Andre Dawson, you had Gary Carter,
Tim Raines, Gary Carter, Hawk Dawson. Oh my Lord, yes. Larry Parrish, Tim Wallach. Steve Rogers, Ray Burris, Woody Fryman. These were great players.
Then you have Rusty Staub at one time too.
Yeah, La Orange, they called him up in French. Rusty Staub. We had Al Oliver. Remember Al?
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Pirates. He hit 323 for us, and we traded him the next year.
Jeez.
Thanks for almost winning the batting title. We got to let you go. You're too good. You might get us some wins. The heartbreaking year was 94. We would have won the World Series. I know.
Oh, with the strike and everything?
Yeah. We had by far the best team in baseball. Larry Walker, Marquise Grissom, Andres Galarraga, and our pitching staff. Our top guys were Pedro Martinez and Dennis Martinez.
Oh yeah.
You know, perfect game, Dennis Martinez.
Mm-hmm.
We had, oh my God, we would have won the World Series. We were when the strike happened, they had the best record in baseball by far. It's like, yes, way to go. But
yeah, but like,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like how do you? It's kind of like what we talked about with the salary cap and the floor thing before. Like, how do you like work that around? Like, you know, you got players like, okay, we know they could be good for many years, but then how do you like try to build a team around that, especially if you're a small market team, knowing that you got to try to get more people in?
Just ask Nutting.
I think
they're really good at it.
I think I'd rather ask somebody else.
I pity Pirate fans more than me being a Nationals fan. I read somewhere, I think it's going to be their 19th losing season in the past 23 years. How can you expect the fan base to keep coming?
Yep.
And now they already started. You know it's going to happen eventually. This year they already started talking about you got a generational pitcher in Paul Skeens, and they're talking about trading them.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, I'll take them.
You know, and last year, wasn't it last year or the year before? Wasn't Mark Cuban trying to buy them?
Yes.
Because
I don't know if you know that. I don't know if you know that. He lives in Dallas, but Cuban is from Pittsburgh.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yeah, I knew that.
He was born in Pittsburgh. But here's the thing. If you put that in, that's what I said in my column. Have the cap so the Dodgers and Yankees and them just can't buy everybody. But also have a floor that these teams that tank all the time have to spend a certain amount or like they lose a number 1 draft pick, or they get fined, something like that, or a draft pick and fined to keep them from deliberately tanking.
You could do that easily right now. You
Yes,
could take away the luxury tax debt, the
yeah,
overflow of these teams.
and then baseball becomes interesting again.
Mm-hmm.
You are
You can
absolutely right, Sean. Yankees and the Dodgers. They try to buy everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're a Yankee fan, that's fine, Kenny.
well,
But
it's
it's just personally, I don't like it. I think there should be a cap, but I also don't. I also think people like the Marlins, the Dodgers' 2 pitchers. I said it last week, are more than the entire Marlins roster salary. That's ridiculous. Make Miami spend more. That's ridiculous that they're only spending that much.
what's crazy too is that Miami's one of the big cities here in the U.S.
Yeah. So is Washington. It's a major market team. When we won the World Series in 2019, we had the 6th highest payroll. Then Ted Lerner, God rest his soul, died, and his son Mark is a cheap ass. We've gone down. We've gone from the World Series to dead last since that man took over ownership.
2 teams that are doing it right, or actually, there's 3 teams that are really doing it right. They're small market: Milwaukee,
Yes.
Arizona, and
Yes.
Tampa Bay.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Tampa Bay definitely.
Tampa Bay and Milwaukee especially.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent, excellent. Matt Arnold, the GM for Milwaukee, they better never let him go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you know what's even crazier too? Even some of like the big markets, like the Dodgers and some other teams, they also shown signs that they can like have a combination of buying players through free agency, but they also have some guys coming up through developmental, and they're coming up on the roster too.
Yeah, but it's more with them. It's like, we need a pitcher. Let's get one at the deadline.
Yeah.
No, I agree, but like back to what you said about Milwaukee.
Problem with the Yankees is the pitching. Their guys do not having Garrett Cole for the whole year. Their other guys have gotten hurt. I mean, I like Rodon, but he's inconsistent sometimes.
Yeah, but going back to like what you said about Milwaukee, what they're doing at Milwaukee is amazing.
Well, yeah. And then the guys they found, Mizorowski, he's on the DL now. Would you see that kid, Kenny?
Oh, he's incredible.
His fastball was clocked at 103.
103?
Yeah.
Yep.
How old is this kid?
21.
Jeez.
The problem is his pitchers like that get injured very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And he's already injured. And I mean, I'll give one who was a great pitcher. He really was. If he'd have stayed healthy, he'd have been one of the greatest pitchers ever, and that's Steven Strasburg.
Yeah.
You look at 19 when he was healthy in that World Series, the way he pitched. But he could never stay healthy.
And didn't they, Brian, I don't know if you remember or if you knew. Yeah, but I mean, if I'm just seeing if I realized it or remembered it right. But didn't they have him on pitch counts that year also, even though he hurt himself?
Yes. They would give him about 85 pitches and he was done. But because of his motion and as hard as he threw, he had constant elbow and shoulder problems. And it's just those hard throwers, it gets them. Eventually, throwing that hard, the wear and tear on your arm is a lot. And I'm worried that's what's going to happen to this kid from the Brewers.
Well, and also another thing, too, that we should mention when it comes to pitching. I was watching the Cardinals and the Dodgers game the other day, and the pitcher for the Dodgers only went 5 innings, and he had almost 80 pitches in 5 innings. They got to find a way to. They got to find a way to keep their pitch counts low if they want.
I wrote about that too, but they baby pitchers now.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a game where, oh God, who was? Oh, Lodolo from Cincinnati. He was pitching. He went 6 innings, gave up no runs, 1 hit. He was at like 79 or 80 pitches. They took him out. I'd have let him try to get a complete game. You're pitching like that, why take him out? To protect his arm? That's why these guys are getting hurt, because they don't pitch enough. I got to explain this to Sean. Okay, the Astros went to the AL. The Brewers came from the AL to the NL. They wanted to make every team, like each division, have the same amount of teams in it. And there was too many in the National League and not enough in the American. I think it was like 16-14. They wanted to make it 15-15. And they moved the Brewers over to the National League and the Astros over to the American League or something like that. But I know they wanted to make it where the divisions all had the same amount of teams in it. How many's in it? 5?
And that's when they brought Tampa Bay on from the new franchise, right?
Yeah, the new franchise came in, and they wanted to make it even, so they moved the Astros over to the American League. And now I think it's 5 in each division, right?
Right.
I think.
Yeah.
So that's why they did it.
Well, I'm trying to remember too. The Pirates were in the East till like what, 94 before they moved to the Central.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when they cut up all the leagues.
They wanted to try to make it, and it couldn't, no matter what. But they wanted to try to make it like geographically line up so it was easier to travel. And the NFL did that too. I mean, the Atlanta Falcons and New Orleans Saints used to be in the West with the Rams and the 49ers. I mean, come on. Now it's better. Rams, Cardinals, 49ers, Seahawks. All West Coast. But yeah, they tried to do that in baseball too, but it still didn't work out right, and somehow the Pirates ended up in the Central, but it's not too far for them. They go to like Cincinnati, Chicago.
Do you remember when Cincinnati and the Braves were in the West?
Yes.
Yes,
I do. Because the Central Division didn't exist. There was only East and West.
Mm-hmm.
And you had the regular season was really important. You had to win the division or you didn't go.
Yep.
There was no wild cards. It was the division winners in the NL and AL championship and then the World Series. But then they said, hey, we need more teams, more divisions, and more playoff teams because we want to make more money.
And also at one point, Major League Baseball was predominantly Northeast.
Yeah.
It's amazing how far that has come from all the way to the Western expansion.
I know.
They also had National League and American League, all one. Each one was their own division. There were no West and East. So,
way back,
Yeah, it just went right to a World Series. Whoever won at the end of the year.
Usually it was the damn Yankees.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, I know you don't follow the Rams. And I don't know if he was serious or not, but did you hear the social media post Aaron Donald made?
Yes, I did.
What happened?
Aaron Donald said I think even if he hasn't played in a year, if he came out of retirement, he'd still be great.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Donald said he'd come out of retirement if the Rams would trade for Micah Parsons.
What?
Mhm.
Yep. Because Mike is having serious problems with Jerry Jones.
Mhm.
Contract. He wants to be traded.
Yeah, and the Cowboys don't want to.
They don't want to give him his contract. I think,
Mhm.
the Rams, I wouldn't do it, to be honest. The Rams would have to offer a shitload to get Parsons. I wouldn't do it. I know he's a great player, and getting Darnold back would be fun. But you don't want, Darnold's eventually going to retire again if he would.
Mhm.
You don't want to give up a good young core for that.
And yeah, especially if you look how the Rams were this past season, their defense was really good despite their youth, and
Yeah.
now they're now back pretty much the same this year, and they might be even better. So
Yeah, because they got Josiah Stewart in the draft from Michigan. They brought Nate Landman over from the Falcons. Yeah, they're going to be like, this defense was so young as the season went along, and I know I'm biased, but in the playoffs, the Rams, this is incredible, had 16 sacks in 2 playoff games.
yeah,
Verse is a damn freak.
I was just about to bring him up. He is wow.
Fisk, the other of our top draft picks last year, is a freak. Kobe Turner, and then they got, to even make it better, they got one of the best defensive tackles in football, Poona Ford, a free agent from the Chargers, all pro, is the Rams' nose tackle now.
I'm legitimately curious. What is their average age, especially on that defense for that team?
The offense is kind of up there. Devontae Adams,
Right.
not super old, but Stafford. The defense, the average age of the defense is 24.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. And Josiah Stewart, just a pass rushing machine at Michigan last year. They said in camp he's been fantastic. He's going to be that third rusher when they need him. So you're going to have on the outside Verse, Byron Young, who had 8 sacks, and then you bring in Josiah Stewart, along with Kobe Turner, Braden Fisk, and Poona Ford. And Landman and Spates in your front 7. Yeah. Yeah. I like if we stay healthy, the Rams are going to be, they are a legitimate Super Bowl contender.
Well, I was actually watching a little bit of the training camp stuff on the NFL Network. They're saying Stafford's kind of dealing with like a hernia disc in his back.
Yeah, we'll fix that up.
Speaking of the NFL Network, did you guys hear that ESPN bought them out?
ESPN now owns NFL Network and Red Zone.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I know, and they spent a shit ton. The NFL now owns 10% of ESPN.
Mm.
So the NFL made money, plus owned some of ESPN. The NFL Network was losing money. They didn't want to deal with that anymore. So they're just going to let ESPN handle because NFL still has the TV contract. ESPN didn't get the Sunday games. They have Monday night, yes, but they bought NFL Network and Red Zone.
Hmm.
And now NFL owns half of ESPN. ESPN will ruin it, just like they did. It's owned by Disney. They'll screw it up, just like they did Marvel, the Marvel Studios, and Star Wars. They'll find a way to screw it up. Walt Disney would be crying right now if he was alive.
What's sad about it even more is like a lot of the mistakes they made were like avoidable.
Yeah, one of them is the new one. Anybody who's an old-time Fantastic Four fan,
Mm-hmm.
and I am not sexist, but everybody knows the Silver Surfer is a dude, not
Yep.
a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. The Silver Surfer is one of the most beloved characters in the Marvel Universe. And I know I've been reading, there has been a lot of flack about making the Silver Surfer a woman now. This is an adult show at night, I can say it. The Silver Surfer never had tits in the comic books. It was a guy. Call me sexist, whatever you want. I'm not. I just want my characters to be how they were when I grew up.
And what's crazy, what's funny about all that too, is that there actually are female characters that they could have actually used.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I won't watch it. I'm glad they finally put Galactus in it. That's good. But back to sports. Pretty soon, we're close.
Very close.
High school football's the 22nd. Before that, golf and tennis open up.
Oh, and that actually reminds me, and Kenny, I saw that you shared it too, but a couple of kids from St. Joe's girls basketball, J.C. Cunningham and Crispin, they have been given offers from colleges.
That's good. Any D1 that you know of?
Not off the top of my head. I have to look that up.
That's good.
And Cunningham's a local product from Lewistown.
Yeah, Jenny's daughter.
Indeed.
Wow, talk about old.
Tell me,
Yeah.
I remember, and you do too, covering Jenny when she was a freshman.
Ferocious talent. She was.
And, yeah, she was. She was definitely an inside player.
Mm-hmm.
Rebounding, scoring. Didn't she play with SB and Kaufman?
Yeah, she was part of the 04 finals team.
Yeah.
I think she graduated in 05.
Lost to Allentown Central Catholic. I remember I won't name his name, I had an Altoona Mirror sports writer go, wow, that Lewistown girls team, they're cute. You know, SB Kaufman, Cunningham.
Jenna Craig, wasn't she on the team?
Jenna Craig, they were all blonde-haired girls.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, they're kids. You know that. You're an adult. They're kids. You know. My God. But he's like, you're lucky. You got the best looking team to cover in the area. Just wanted them to win. How about it, buddy?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, that's the way it is sometimes with people.
Yeah, there used to be a lot of those out there when we were.
Yeah, I mean,
Covering
it's changed a lot, but sports writing used to be a male-dominated thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that macho talk, you know?
Yeah.
Now it's changed. The only thing, oh no, I don't. People are going to think I'm sexist, so I better shut up. No, I can't. I cannot stand women sideline reporters in the NFL. I cannot stand it. Because you know they're there for looks. They know absolutely nothing about football. So how'd you feel about that play? Oh, I feel really good about throwing that interception. I mean, come on. What kind of question is that?
Well, I'll just be in general. I think sideline reporters, period, unless they're doing an injury report, you know, should just shut up and let the game play and let people be intelligent.
Yeah, the questions they ask are like beyond ridiculous.
because sometimes they make you cringe because you're like, what is the coach going to say about this? Is he going to go off? You know.
Yeah.
You know what I hate the most though is whenever they catch him at the end of a halftime, and they ask him all these questions and stuff, and the coach wants to go back.
He wants to go back and look over the film that the assistants filmed and see what they can make adjustments. Instead, he gets a question like, "Coach, you're down 21-0 at halftime. What can you do to come back?"
Yeah.
What's his answer going to be? Well, we got to play better. We got to play better. You know what he's going to say. We got to play better.
I don't know if any of you guys ever watched the UFL, with the Rocks.
Yeah. Yes.
I always hated, like, when someone scored a touchdown, some reporter jumps into the
he did.
Like, some of the reporters would go into the end zone with the players and quickly try to, get a comment from them after they just scored a touchdown.
Yeah, the guy's trying to catch his breath. How do you feel about that?
Oxygen.
They asked they do. They ask the most inane, stupid questions in history. It just drives me insane. Well, for those who tuned in, we were supposed to have the HWF, and they apparently backed out on us without telling us. So we kicked it around. We've been doing this for almost 53 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, it is going to be
Go ahead.
I was just going to say it's going to be a very interesting show, especially with some of the matchups they have coming up this Saturday.
Well, yeah. I guess. Whatever. I mean, I wanted to talk to them about the show. If they can't come on, then we don't need to talk about it.
No, that's fine.
I get upset about that. I can't help it. I don't mind if people know the show, but let us know.
No, absolutely.
Because we're here waiting for them to come on, and there's nobody here. And then, honestly, I don't hide my feelings anymore. As much as Kenny and I have helped promote them, we deserve to be told, I'm sorry, I can't make it. Not just, I'm not showing up, and that's it.
No, understandable.
You want to talk quickly about the Wrangle in the Wild 5?
I loved it. Did you?
It was great, yes.
I saw the stream. My God, Mike Robinson. I texted him, was like, Mike, you are a stud, man. 58 years old. And no offense to Toby Yorks. Mike was in better shape.
Yeah.
Than Toby. And Toby was like 14 years younger.
Yeah. Score one for the old guys.
Uh-huh. I loved it. Mike had, I heard he had just gotten his release from the nursing home for the match. And super job. Do you know what else I loved? I think my favorite match of the night was the girls.
Yeah, that was a nail biter.
That was a good match between two good girl wrestlers, Kylan Swineford and what was her name, Xenia Yoakum?
From West Perry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good matches. I hope. Do you know how old Kylan is?
No, I sure don't.
I hope she wrestles high school. Even if Midland County doesn't have a team, you could still be a team of one. Because I'd like to see what she does. I think she could make it down to Hershey. You remember her dad, don't you?
I think I do.
Derek Swineford wrestled for Lewistown.
Yes, yep.
Wrestled for Lewistown under Jerry Eisner, one of my buddies.
I got to shout. I got to make a quick. I know, we talk about the High Leaves a lot and how great they are, but you know what? We don't even come close to describing how great of a family, how great of a bunch of great people they are. I thought it was so great that like almost 3/4 of the way through the wrangle, they said, "Okay, anybody that's 18 years or under, come out. We have gear for you."
Yeah, I heard that announcement. Free gear.
That
That
was
cool.
so awesome.
Well, Nikki's a sweetheart, and I've known Mark forever. And Trenton, I covered Heath too. Didn't talk to him much for football because, I did interview him a couple times, but mostly you're dealing with coaches. And great kid. The daughter, I can't remember her name now. Who is the one who plays field hockey?
I know. Gosh, terrible.
See, look at that. That's terrible. I pity her.
That's old age. No, that's just our old age.
No, but I mean, she's under their shadow, and she's a hell of an athlete herself in field hockey. She went
Lydia. It's Lydia.
Lydia.
Right?
Yeah, Lydia. She went to Susquehanna. Great field hockey player. But, Trent has done so much. Well, Trent overshadows like everybody except maybe Carter Smith. But even Carter Smith hasn't made a world team.
Yep.
But yeah, they are good people. You want to feel old? I saw on Facebook Heath just turned 30.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Heath turned 30.
Wow. I remember covering him when he played for the Lewistown Panthers. In an overtime game, he scored the winning touchdown in one of the Super Bowls.
See?
Wow. Father Time's kicking our ass.
It is, man. It is. But yeah, I saw at the Wrangle they gave out Stanford gear. Hayden brought that. NC State gear. The ASICS gear was because Trent signed a contract with them. Really cool.
Yeah. I put in for the Stanford gear and the NC State gear, but didn't win it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of glad, Kenny.
I don't think they'd have my size, to be honest with you.
I mean, I think it would be great, for a young kid if a young kid won that. I hope it wasn't an adult. A young kid would really.
Well, I was going to give mine to my grandkids, so that was my thing. But
I don't want to hear it, Silks. I do not want to hear it. I challenged you on Facebook, and you and your jobber are just afraid to come on. You're afraid. It's enough. So you pretend that you can make all the excuses you're hiding from us. The fat bastards will get you. I hate to say it. See, he admits it. Why don't you tell the truth? You are scared that you're okay, but you're scared that DJ Jobber will drop the ball.
Wow.
See, I could be Jim Cornette of the HWF. I could.
Do you listen to his podcast?
The only way I'd whip your ass, Matt, is if I got my fake leg and took it off. Otherwise, without the leg, I'd have to crawl into the ring. Kenny will know this. I'd be like Antonio Inoki against Ali. I'd be on the ground the whole night. Because I didn't want to be. I could be the best heel manager. We'll have to work something out. I got a storyline for you with you and the Sons of Mifflin County. Well, since he was nice enough to get on, let's promote it. Here we go. SummerFest. Sons of Mifflin County in action. All the titles on the line. Matt, if you're still here, did anybody accept your open challenge? Because they had an open challenge. Nobody accepted it.
Wow.
Matt, do you still have our link? Do you want to jump on here? We can go over.
Yeah, jump on.
Yeah, Matt.
Come on, Matt. I was pissed, but now I'm okay. So we could talk about this card. If you got the link, jump on. I don't know why I do this. You want to see how good I could be as a heel? You know why they were late getting on?
Why?
Because Matt was trying to teach DJ Mosh how to wrestle.
Oh, wow. Okay. Great. I'm going to one he takes it out on. Thanks.
You're going to get some titty twisters there.
I'm going to get some purple nurples out of that one.
Because he's not allowed to hit a disabled guy. That's
Disabled guy. Man, sorry, guys. I feel terrible.
It's all right.
Here you guys are trying to put us over and make us look good, and I can't get myself out of the ring long enough to do this this podcast here.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's all good.
I'm getting feedback.
Well, I got on my Facebook and I seen messages, and one of the fans sent me a message and was like, they're waiting for you on the press box. I looked at Trista and was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this.
Well, I know what happened.
What's that?
You were trying to teach Mosh how to wrestle. And it took some time.
I was. To be honest, he was trying to teach me some stuff because he knows it all.
How long you pitching in a white group? Let him ride your boat.
Yeah. To be honest with you, Brian, Mosh is really he's brought the best out in me here, and he's brought old Pit Chick in there and made me relevant. You know, I used to be over one time, and then they got me over again a little bit. Now, I'll tell you what. Training has been crazy. I spent Friday night in Harrisburg down at Rob's school training with Trista, teaching her the ropes, literally teaching her the ropes. And then tonight I was in the ring, and Emberly Ray, that is Edward James's manager, she kicked the hell out of me tonight, man. Arm dragging me, hip tossing me, body slamming me. Doing all this stuff, man. So these women are whooping my ass there, Brian.
How is your wife doing?
She's doing really good.
Training for the ring.
She's doing really good. To be honest with you, I gotta say it. I was like, and I still am, extremely nervous about like what Saturday brings. Obviously, with her end of the thing, and posting an open challenge, and I've heard different people say a bunch of things like you don't know what to expect, and I don't know what to expect with Jason. But what I will say is my wife has taken the time to cut promos, which she doesn't do. You know what I mean? She doesn't like to hear the sound of her own voice. There she is, her and Jason Havoc.
Yeah, look,
That's a
mean
mean
guy,
man.
It is. And I'm going to tell you what, there's a lot of people that don't know by just looking at that picture, but Josh will even admit to it as well as I will here, that Jason Havoc 10, 15 years ago might have been just the scariest guy to get in the ring with. I'll tell you a true personal thing with Jason Havoc. When I used to go to shows at Rob's when I was about 21 years old, I dreaded going to them shows. This is 100% shoot. I dreaded going to CCW events. I dreaded even wrestling in Lewistown when this guy was here because he was always such a jerk. Like, always such a jerk. And I come up with Rob, you know what I mean? And Rob could be on the jerky side of things too, because he's, you know, he knows his shit. Both of these guys know their shit. And they scared me. You know what I mean? Like, I was terrified of them guys. If anything, Jason has really put a swift kick in my ass, and it made me see exactly what he wants, and he wants to take care of the company and everything. But my wife is taking the accountability. Not only that, she's really taking the initiative to train in the ring, to cut promos, selling tickets, just like any other talent would do. So she's doing really good. I'm excited to see what she does, and I believe that regardless, it could be the crappiest match on the show, but I promise you, people want to see what Trista's going to do. They want to see what Jason's going to do. This match is worth the price of admission alone.
Well, to add on what you said,
We're getting a serious
echo.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Is that me?
Or
it's all
of it.
Talk,
Kenny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I don't hear an echo.
We are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Oh well.
We'll have to plow through it.
You know,
people see it.
You know,
they'll think they're high or something.
Are you worried about? I would be worried about my wife's health.
I'm extremely worried about it. That the thing that kind of sets my heart at ease is, you know what? It's taken a really long time to build a company like HWF, and her biggest fear is, you know, what if we lose this company that we've worked really hard to build, and you know, all these things that we went through, you know what I mean? Rob and James Dillon running the same day as HWF 5 years ago when we started up, and we've gone through a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? A lot of the people that were putting the cement blocks on our ankles and pushing us into the ocean, a lot of those people have come in the door now. A lot of these people have come up and said, hey, man, you know, maybe we were wrong. Or, you know what I mean? And to be honest with you, the thing about that is, like, we got Rob helping us. We got other people helping us. But my wife, at the end of the day, she knows how hard we've worked to have HWF. And her big fear is, you know, what if we lose this? And to be honest with you, I've made that HWF logo. We made the great relationship with the Heritage Fire Company, and we've made HWF Wrestling. So if they do their thing and Jason ends up winning the company, listen, we'll make 10 more of these companies. I can't make another wife, man. She's everything to me. So if I see that this guy's going to do something, and if I got to jump in the ring myself to throw myself in front of her, then that's exactly what I'm going to do. Love is a real thing, boys and girls. Let me tell you that right now. And the love that I got for my wife, I do just about anything for her. I love wrestling, but I love my wife more. So this Saturday night at the Heritage Fire Company, 218 South Main Street in Lewistown, Pennsylvania, at our 5th annual SummerFest under the HWF umbrella, we will do whatever we have to do to fend off Jason Havoc and anybody else and any other thing that he wants to bring. Bring your dastardly things, Jason. We've seen it all before. My wife is going to whoop your ass.
All right.
Going back to the last show,
Yeah.
your wife showed that he has tricks up her sleeve as well. And what kind of pop whenever Rob and Malcolm came out? What a surprise!
Yeah. What a surprise, Kenny. You're 100% right, man. So I'll share this with you guys. Yeah, 100% because I'm late, and I'm really sorry about that. I really am. This stuff doesn't happen with me, but with this week and everything, I'm not an excuse guy, but I'm going to throw an excuse out there. We're working really hard here, and I thank you guys for promoting us like always. I love being on here. But the deal with Rob Noxious and Malcolm King, a real shoot thing. I'm getting ready to do my meeting for Cause and Effect the last show here. And I go in the room to sit down with trusted eyes only, trusted ears only. And we're putting together the card. What are we going to make here? And someone says, hey, Malcolm King's out in the parking lot. He wants to talk to you. So, I go out there. Yeah, Malcolm King is like a brother to me. We come up in the business together. He slept at my house. We're brothers, man. And I got out there and he was just like, hey, you still got tickets. I'm like, yeah, I got tickets, but you're not buying tickets. If you're coming to the show, come in and do something, man. Come on in and do something. And I kind of told him, I was like, I don't want to stand out here and talk to you. I got a show put together, So we get back in the firehouse. He leaves and says, hey, I'll be back. They call me about an hour before the show starts. And Rob drops the bombshell on me that he is coming to Lewistown and not for any other reason but to come to HWF, which itself is a huge thing. Kenny, you've heard a lot. You've heard a lot of stories. You've seen it. You've been there. Josh, the same thing. There used to be a lot of heat there. I think there always will be an element of heat to Rob Noxious and Matt Silks' story. But I think the bigger thing was Rob, it had nothing to do with me, had nothing to do with HWF. I think it had everything to do with let's make a moment that people will never forget for this little girl that we raised money for. And we're happy that we did that too. Over $1,300 we raised for young Paisley, and we hope that everything's going good with her. Rob come in, they come out there, and anything that I said was, guys, if you're coming out, I have one song that I want you to come out to, and could you do that? I've always had this in my mind that we'd be able to do this. And watching the people at ringside that have been to Seven Mountain shows, CCW, CPW, and of course HWF, seeing their reaction, grabbing their face when they see Malcolm King come out, and then when they see Rob Noxious come out, the pop got even bigger. And we had probably, I want to say about 120, maybe 150 people in that building, and every single person was on their feet. Even if you didn't know who these two ginormous men are, you were on their feet because you knew something special was happening. They came to the aid of me and Mosh. Rob laid it out right there in the ring, like, hey, maybe I can teach Trista some things. That was not a work at all. There was nothing talked about. I remember Rob looking at me and saying, hey, if things get hairy out there and you need us out there, what do you want to do? I said, well, do what you got to do. That was exactly my words. You know what I mean? I don't care what you do. You take care of us. And the next thing was, are we going to talk in the microphone? And I said, listen, when we get to that point, let's just go. Let's just vibe. Let's feel this thing out. And it doesn't matter how many times I say it and who I say it to. No one will ever believe that this amazing moment was put together an hour before Cause and Effect happened. But it was. And to be honest with you, since Cause and Effect, Rob and myself, and I've done shows at Seven Mountains, and I've been back to CCW since, we've talked and stuff in the last couple of years. But the thing about it, Dave Berman, that's my guy right there. The thing about it was really special to me was the fact that, it felt like that, I'm back now. You know what I mean? It's official now. My trainer came here, wore a shirt to the ring that said, hell has froze over. And I think he wanted to do this to mess with our head, because I won't say who it is, but there was a guy on the show that was wrestling Cause and Effect, and he stopped by Rob's house on the way to Lewistown to get a pair of boots. And Rob said nothing to him about coming up, and next thing you know, here he rolls in an hour. Well, I think it was after the show had already started at that point. We hit him. We completely, sheltered him, didn't let nobody see that he was there. We wanted to keep this tight lip. And I know that his wife, even Kathy, she was going to come up to the event as well, but she didn't want fans to see her and think, oh, well, Rob's here. But Rob's daughter, Haley, she's like a little sister to me. She's my favorite Noctis, by the way. She come up here to take pictures for us several times before, but seeing her there and then hearing her reaction on the video whenever Rob come out on the stage, that was a very emotional moment. It was probably the most emotional moment that I've had since we started HWF. I mean, we're talking about, now it's real. My teacher's here, my mentor, the guy that I look up to more than anybody else besides my father, is standing in the same ring that we fought over in a legal battle. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy, the things that's happened over the last several years. But the fact that he was there for HWF and the fact that he was there for me meant so much. But in hindsight, I think that it was all to give a moment to some people that supported a great cause. And what better way to do it than to have two people reunite, actually three people reunite on a really big event, something that'll be talked about forever. We put a video out this week that we're in here. It's a cold open to SummerFest, and it's a very emotional video. If you guys haven't seen it yet, check it out. Zach Rain is talking in the video, talking about, these moments in life and stuff. And it really does feel like a graduation of moments to get to the 5th SummerFest here. And, Rob was a big help helping Trista get ready for this match. Obviously, she's not going to be completely ready for it. She's going to go out there and smack and punch and hit and do whatever she can to win, to fend off Havoc and to keep our company. But like I said, man, you know what I mean? The thing that matters the most to me is that we're turning heads right now. You know what I mean? You guys keeping the event here, keeping the podcast going so that we can promote this event. Man, I'm humbled by so much. And SummerFest is a big part of what we're doing in HWF. It's the biggest show of the year. Front row tickets at this moment are completely sold out. That happened this evening, which is always a great thing. 2 or 3 days before the event, sell out tickets. It's wonderful. So, yeah, we're really excited. Trista's excited. So we're going to see what happens Saturday.
That is
wait, what am I saying?
what am I saying?
August 9th.
August
9th. I'm jumping ahead.
Heritage
Fire Company.
Front
Row 20. Channel 10 at the door 12. Ballot 6. Doors open at 5.
We got
Trista Silks
against
this
big, ugly
fat guy.
Yep.
It's not me.
Oh, Kenny, that is incredible.
And
House returns.
Yes, that house returns. Man, I tell you what, that game was pretty tight the other day there, Kenny.
It
Sure was.
Oh, man, we had such a great time. Such a great time.
The kids did too.
Yeah, that was so cool. It doesn't ever get old. It's like doing these podcasts and stuff. Never gets old. I don't ever get used to it. It's something that whenever it starts, I'm like, man, I'm just really lucky to have something like this. And you guys saying about Jason Havoc being a big guy and not the best in shape. I'll tell you this. He told some guys the other night that he could sit down beside the ring, watch people wrestle, and eat potato chips to prepare for this match. Talking like my wife is a pushover. I'm gonna tell you what, this guy can talk, this guy can work, but if he thinks that he can catch this little Trista Silks running circles around him, he's gonna be wrong, man. And she'll do whatever she's got to do to defend her company, defend the honor of professional wrestling and the respect that we have for it. So.
Damn,
that's not what we're trying to say. I can set potato chips and still be you.
Yeah. Yep. That's the stuff he's saying.
That's pretty good.
Let's go
to some of these other matches.
Ed
Ed House against Mason and Martin. Talk about that a little.
So, in the lovely world of professional wrestling, this is the place I get to break it. In this lovely world of pro wrestling, there's things change all the time. Ed House, of course, he will be there Saturday. Ed is a what I like to call a draw in HWF. It doesn't matter if it's HWF, Seven Mountains, CCW. It doesn't matter. You put him on the flyer, you put him on the video, he's going to draw attention. And back in the day, they called draws the guys that could come in and make a bunch of money. He can do that too. He has everything that is professional wrestling. Now, Mason Martin, he's another talented cat. He was on Cause and Effect. We actually had a deal with him that, he'd come in and do Cause and Effect for us for free, and which means he would work, donate his time, just so he could get on the big show of SummerFest. And he was excited and pumped to come in here, and so were we. But there's another event that's happening this Saturday that he kind of got double booked up. He's a really exciting guy. People like him. He's wrestling two of his trainers at another company. So he sadly won't be able to make it Saturday. But there is somebody that will take his place, and we don't want to give it away quite yet because it's going to be pretty exciting on its own. But having Ed House there, it changes the dynamic of the show. It makes everything feel that much bigger. This man has been face-to-face with Triple H on Monday Night Raw and Paul Heyman. This guy has done everything there is to do in the independent business of wrestling. But the only thing he hasn't done is win the HWF Heavyweight Championship. And in my opinion, if you had me to tell you some bit of the future, I want to see Ed House as HWF Heavyweight Champion. But right now, it's kind of held down by John Roden. I shouldn't say held down, but I mean, he ain't letting up. You know what I mean? John Roden is a juggernaut for a reason. Then he's not going to let up off the title. He's holding this whole singles division down, the whole heavyweight division down, by going out there and doing everything he has to do to retain the championship. John Roden and James Ford will be they'll be going one-on-one for the heavyweight championship this Saturday night. I think, is it James Roden or is it James Ford, Trista? How about that? I had to pick on my wife there. She was doing promos here the other day, and she said, man, this promo was going so good until I called our champion, James Roden. I was like, honey, it's okay. It'll be okay. You know, it's your first promo. You'll be good. But I think she just got really excited, you know? What do you I love you too. But no, it's fantastic. That's a match I'm really looking forward to. It's the main event is John Roden and James Ford. Another huge event right here. Another huge match.
I'll get to that.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring up. I have this. I stole these from your Facebook.
Good deal.
There's Roden and Ford.
That's it. Yep. John Roden is the man. So is James Ford. What a night August 9th is going to be. You got us doing our thing, having the open challenge. You have Roden, you have Ford going at it. A lot of things going on. In my opinion, I think that heavyweight title match is going to be the banger of the night. But this guy right here, man, Edward James and Emberly Ray, she just whipped my ass pretty much all night at training, versus Draven Blaze, one of my favorite people in the independents. And when I say one of my favorite people, I mean I love that guy. He can do anything. Him and his son are two of the best wrestlers I have ever worked with. And they've been involved with some of the biggest moments of my career over the last couple years. And Draven's been looking forward to coming back here. Edward James, man, he's hitting another gear. 110%. He had match of the night at Cause and Effect. And, I was hoping that he would, because there's a lot of talent that want to come to HWF, and there's a lot of talent that have come almost to a stopping point, it feels like. And you got to find ways to elevate everybody. You got to find ways to humble and get people excited. You know what I mean? Keep earning that spot, which Edward James has done. But, there's been some conversations. I've been like, oh, man, it's looking like HWF talent is having a little bit of a hard time getting on some shows because so many people want to work here. They want the production. They want the big entrances. They want the big stories like Kenny Varner writes. They want the big stories like Josh does, and they want to be in that spotlight, quite literally. So Edward James, he's one of them guys that has been working his ass off. And in my opinion, he has everything to gain by beating Draven, by advancing to get to another spot on the card, get to a higher position, maybe even, go into business for himself and try to get some money, try to do something. That's what we're trying to do here is elevate these guys to get them to another place so that they get more shows and we can get more talent in here. But homegrown talent, man, you can't take them off the card. That's never good. Draven Blaze is a guy that if he picks up the win Saturday night, I see his direction becoming that much more clear that maybe he will be champion in the next 6 months. Edward James doesn't pick up the win, man. I don't know if he's on the October show, and I'm not the guy that makes all these decisions. I answer to a lot of people that answer to me, that answer to Trista, and we answer to the business, and we answer to the fans. So if the fans want it, we give it to them. And to me, either one of these guys has a lot to gain, and either one of these guys has a lot to lose this Saturday night. So that match is a very important one. Emberly Ray, she's up and coming. She's going to be wrestling matches before you know it. I mean, you never know. This girl could be the future of the women's division right here in HWF.
Now, I didn't have any other pictures. Is there anybody else on the court? Any other matches?
Mm-hmm. Yes, one of the hottest stories that we have right now is Ace Connell versus Big Philly. They will be going into their third match in HWF in this last year. They started their story at Under the Spell whenever we had Mindspell come in here and rock the house at the community center. Ace Connell come back, eats a knockout punch from Big Philly. Big Philly takes the next couple months and just messes with his head. And they keep trying to get matches. This is what happens. One guy loses, and that guy that loses says, I want another match. And then the other guy wins, and now that they want another match. So I heard that they're going to be doing a 2 out of 3 falls match, which it is pretty self-explanatory, but I'll explain it really quickly. It's basically, you have 3 falls in the matchup. Normally in a matchup for professional wrestling, it's 1, 2, 3, it's over. You win the fall. But this one here, Big Philly could win a part, Ace could win a part, and then there you go, 1-1. By the end of the night here, or by the end of the match, we're drawing. Whoever wins that third fall will be the winner of the match. So hopefully that breaks it down to any pro wrestling fans.
Yeah, you're going old school.
Yes.
That's what the NWA used to do with their championship.
That is what they used to do. And to be honest with you, I think that they should do it more. But the problem is, Brian, a lot of stories don't get to that point anymore. And I got a lot of guys that want to be wrestlers that are coming to me, and they're getting in their first matchup with someone, and they're like, oh, can we do a gimmick match? I shouldn't say that. Can we do a hardcore match or something? And I'll be like, nah, I don't think you guys, nobody knows anything about your story. If we just throw you in there with weapons and it's the first time you're wrestling, like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the fans want to see blood. They want to see all that. But to me, you gradually work up to that. That's why guys like us, we appreciate Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair so much. You know what I mean? Because those guys took the extra minute. You know what I mean? And an extra minute can really do a lot for a story. And I feel like that's what's happening here. I feel that Ace and Philly both have proven themselves to the fans of HWF, but they've also proven themselves a whole lot to me. These guys are growing and they're learning at a very fast pace. Big Philly is one of the guys that loves the business. I mean, this guy loves the business. He's been traveling the road with me for the last month or two now, going to different shows every weekend and then training and following us down to Harrisburg and doing everything that he can to become a better wrestler. But Ace Connell is doing the same thing. So to me, both these guys have a lot to gain coming out of this. And I can't pick one. I can't say I want to see Big Philly over Ace or Ace over Big Philly because both of them are my students and I love them both. I think they're great guys. But for HWF and the story that they're telling right now, I mean, this is another one. It's like you said, all the titles are on the line. They are. And even if you don't have a title, you're still representing a spot in HWF, which is like having a championship. You're still selling yourself to these fans. So every match on this card has a make or break. And even us, the tag team title match, there could be 5 teams that answer this weekend. We get in that ring and we go against all 5 and do what we can to retain the titles to get to October 11th, which is the Good Brothers. So there's a lot on the line here for every matchup that's on the card, including at House. You know, we're not not saying quite what he's doing this weekend yet, but everybody has a lot to gain, and a lot of people have a lot to lose too. 100%.
Cool.
Cool.
Any other
matches?
Besides that one, we got the Pit Chick and Keely Capri. They're dusting it up. They're going at it one more time. Keely Capri at Ass Kicking Saturday Night in March. She really made a name for herself here. A lot of people are blowing up my phone. Oh man, we want to see Keely Capri again, and we did everything we could. We got her back for this coming Saturday for SummerFest. But I think the cherry bomb, Pit Chick, I think that she is she's worked her butt off. She's worked her tail off to get another shot here. And another, like I said, there's so much on the line here. In my opinion, whoever wins this match is probably going to get to a historic making moment. And the next year, we hope to have a HWF women's title. So who knows if it's Pit Chick, if it's Keely Capri. But either way, with both these talents, it could be either one of them could win. It's like WrestleMania 17 all over again. The Rock, Stone Cold are wrestling, and we don't care who wins. We like both of these talents. We want to see one of them get to the next step. Who's it going to be? Find out this Saturday at the Heritage Fire Company. That's August 9th at SummerFest.
Awesome.
And
I know
Trista's nearby.
I have
an aluminum baseball bat you can borrow.
Aluminum baseball bat. Now,
I guarantee you hit him over the head with that, and he ain't going to be chipped anymore.
Yeah, he exactly. He ain't going to be doing that. And listen, this girl, she's strong, and she smacked the hell out of him before. She literally slapped him out of his shoes before. So I have a feeling that she's going to be able to hold her own. But the aluminum baseball bat, the only thing I'd be worried about is whenever she hits him, especially if she hits him in the belly region, that thing's going to bounce back and hit her. So I don't know.
That's true.
She's going to do everything to fend off, man. She's doing really good, and it's the fact of taking a step like this and accepting the challenge. And even if you are in an entertainment business to where, a lot of people know what we do as entertainment, there's still there's still a lot on the line. And especially, I'll say it, women have really, really shocked me in the last couple years with what we're doing here in HWF and a lot of them in a really, really good way. So I think that anything that we can do, these women can do 10 times better. Probably they're smarter anyway, I feel like. But I think she's got something up her sleeve. If she was able to walk Rob Noxious into the Heritage Fire Company to make sure that that we had that ace up the sleeve, I'd imagine that she's got some things planned. But when you're going to get someone like Jason Havoc, expect the unexpected, is what I would say.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I have
to ask you real quick.
What's that?
We talked about it last week. Hulk
Hogan.
Yeah.
Passing
away.
Whether you
liked his wrestling or not,
there's no
doubt the impact he had on the sport.
It wouldn't
be the sport it is today without him.
Yeah, man.
What were your thoughts on his passing and his legacy in general?
To be honest with you, thank you for asking that. There for a really long time when I was a teenager, I was a closet Hulkamania, man. Hulkamaniac, to be honest. What Hulk Hogan did for our business is more than a lot of these people that are barking up the things that he's done. My biggest thing, and I don't really get into the personal stuff, to how people feel, but the one thing that I will say is the things that he did that he was wrong for doing, in my opinion, he was paying for them. You know what I mean? And much like anybody that makes mistakes in today's world, there's a phone, there's a video camera everywhere. Yeah, so you're just one bad conversation away from never existing, never mattering anymore. And that is such a crappy situation. Do I agree with what he said and what he did? No. But that wasn't in the ring. To me, Terry Bollea and Hulk Hogan are two different people. And last week, I got to watch World Wrestling Entertainment talk about this giant of a persona, this giant of a man, you know, on 3 different broadcasts. These guys were showing their respect. And I'm going to tell you right now, this weekend live in Lewistown, we'll be doing the same thing. We will be paying our respects. And if there's anything, Matt wants that, you know, and to me, I mean, we wouldn't even have entrance music if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan. Watch the interviews that he's done over the last couple years. You know, he wanted music, and Vince Sr. says, no, we're not doing that. He goes up to the sound guy, pays him $500, play Eye of the Tiger for me. Changes the business, changes everything that I love to make what I love right now. You know, he marched to the ring. He was the most over personality from in the 80s to the 90s up until right now. This man had a legacy that will reach forever. They will talk about this man forever. Good, bad, indifferent, it doesn't matter. In my opinion, Hulk Hogan is the greatest name, the greatest of all time. And we are in a time with John Cena. We still have him. We're in a time where The Rock comes around. Hell, we're in a time where Stone Cold still drinks beer at WrestleMania. And Hulk Hogan's passing, to be honest with you, man, it grabbed me. It made me cry like just anybody else. And I sat here in the Red Room and reminisced and told my wife about how I felt whenever he went against The Rock at WrestleMania 18 and how it made me feel. And a lot of those things made me do the things I'm doing right now. So without Hulk Hogan, without those guys, I'm not sitting here talking to you wonderful people. So, you know, he's missed. And I'll tell you right now, I respect everything he did for the business. I really do.
Him and Vince McMahon Jr. It was the perfect storm at the right time.
Yeah, and we almost lost them both. Vince was in a car accident the same day. A pretty bad one, too. Just imagine that if we lost both personalities. And a lot of people say, oh, you know, he couldn't have done it without one of them. That is 100% the truth.
Yeah.
You got Vince and Hulk Hogan. Without those two guys together, we're not sitting here talking about professional wrestling, sports entertainment, whatever you want to call it. To me, it's both. To me, it's magic.
How many get lightning to strike twice? First with Hulkamania, and then when he shocked everybody, and he did. He was the head of the NWO, and became Hollywood.
Yes. Greatest heel.
You got to admire that, because not many wrestlers that were that popular would be willing to change their character like that.
I don't think Hulk was even thinking for sure that he was going to do it. They had Sting, from what I've heard, they had Sting primed up to be the third man in the NWO with Hall and Nash. And it probably would have been good. It probably would have turned some heads. But when you got Hollywood Hulk Hogan, when you got the guy telling these people, you can call this the New World Order of Wrestling, brother, that's an iconic saying. And seeing the ring fill up, Mean Gene Okerlund standing there, poor Mean Gene, I love that guy. Standing in the middle of the ring, there's trash coming in the ring, and Hogan says about the trash representing the fans in the arena. Like, he was such a good personality in pro wrestling that I'm glad we got a chance to see that heel persona of him, because you got to think, he worked with all these heels coming up and becoming this big name and this huge persona. But, you know, if we wouldn't have gotten to see both sides of the coin, I don't know if we would have gotten the best of him. So I'm glad we did. I really am.
Yeah, it was no doubt his impact.
Yeah, for sure.
Josh, you and Kenny are all like what?
Oh, I'm just letting you guys talk.
Yeah.
All right, Hi guys.
What's going on, Kenny Warner? What'd you guys think when you heard the news about Hulk?
I was like a part of me died.
Yeah.
Kind of like throwing a member of the family.
Yeah.
I'm like you. I don't like what he did out in the ring.
Yeah.
What he said and what he did.
Yeah.
But inside, you got to admit that he was the best.
Yeah, he really was, man. I truly, in my heart, do believe that. What about you, Josh? What do you think?
I thought it was what happened to him. And just my fucking cares to his family and friends.
I like what he did
under the
radar
that a lot of people don't know about.
Last couple of years of his life, he became a giant fan
of amateur wrestling.
Yeah. Yep.
College
and freestyle.
And he started a
league.
Yeah.
A freestyle
wrestling like it's going to make it.
We're still
going to continue without him. It's going to debut here upcoming.
Yeah.
With some matches. And
he put
his own money into it.
Yep.
I'm
I'm glad
he was willing to give amateur wrestling a boost.
Yeah, and like you just said it there. I mean, a guy like Hulk Hogan, he didn't have to do that. I mean,
no.
Neither did Eric Bischoff. And to me, I mean, that's a guy that I really feel for right now is Eric Bischoff. Him and I really do. I follow different types of amateur wrestling, and I follow a lot of the UFC stuff, MMA, and all of that. And so I'm a big Chael Sonnen guy. In my opinion, I think Chael could have been a sports entertainer. He's really good. I watch his podcasts, and I heard that they had all traveled out to do some production and stuff for this new promotion, the shoot style of wrestling, and to be on set doing the marketing for it, and then finding out the guy that is literally rocket shipping this promotion to the next level he just passes away as you guys are getting together there. That sucked, but there's something romantic about it to me that some guys like Eric Bischoff, Chael Sonnen, and others can kind of like turn that part of their brain off for a minute so that they can do what Hulk was wanting to do, which was shine a light on a different part of sports and, lifting something else up. Who knows what we're going to see of it? I'm excited to see what we're going to get out of it. I mean, they referenced that heel turn for NWO in the marketing to be able to let people know about this new shoot style wrestling that they are doing. And, man, it's a huge thing, but I don't think Hogan passing away is going to affect it in a negative way. If anything, Hulk was always at the right place at the right time. And even in death, I feel like, he's got more people talking about this new promotion than maybe was talking about it in the beginning. I mean, a lot of the stuff is, hey, what's going to happen, what to expect. But that's what you say when you're starting a new venture and you're starting a new collaboration like this. So it's definitely something different. I'm excited to see what Bischoff does. I know that a lot of the weight is going to be on his shoulders, but this is a man that pushed WWE away for 83 straight weeks. So I'm excited to see what they do.
I know one thing that I'm excited about. I know Josh will be too. This is one of his guys. Bo Nickel is going to come back to the wrestling mat and compete in this event.
Wow.
One of the best amateur wrestlers ever.
Fantastic. That's the stuff
he's going to compete.
Heck yeah.
It's going to be a single series.
Because I know he's been doing MMA, but he's actually a better wrestler than MMA.
Have you guys been following up with Ben Askren? Did you guys happen to see what happened to Ben Askren?
Yeah.
Man,
he needed to do wrong.
Yeah, he lost a lot of weight, and man, I'm telling you what, he's one of them guys that when he fought Masvidal, and what a fight, and like what a historic way to open a fight, running straight in, getting kneed in the face, getting knocked out instantly. Ben was a fantastic mixed martial artist, and in my opinion, a guy like him for his style of UFC, MMA. He's a Hulk Hogan guy. You know what I mean? Without a guy like Ben Askren, the things that he did for his type, I don't see things, getting so big. You know what I mean? He was an undercard fighter for a long time. And leading up to that thing with Jorge, man, I'll never forget watching that. But I seen a couple videos here the other day about him. He was letting his fans know, like, hey, thank you for praying for me. Thank you for the well wishes and everything. So I'm hoping everything goes good with his lung, and I hope everything works out and he gets back on the road to recovery. Ben Askren is, I respect that man so much. And a lot of those guys that get in the cage and they prepare on another level. These guys are true definition of the word competitor. They don't know what's coming at them. I mean, me, I can guess what's coming at me, but and I'm sure these guys can too. But at the end of the day, man, some of these guys are really getting messed up in there. It's like the bare knuckle and all. I follow it all. Anything that's competition like that, and especially with getting punched in the face. I mean, I don't have any teeth in my mouth, so I like to get punched myself. I'm weird, but it's the competitive nature is something that we need. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping guys like Ben, and I'm hoping this new promotion that the Bischoff and those guys are working on, I hope that everything still continues to go, because it'd be a shame for anything of the legacy of Hulk Hogan to die with him. That would really suck.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm a huge amateur wrestling fan.
Yeah.
Askren was very influential in college wrestling too. He's one of the only guys that has a style named after him.
Yes.
His wrestling style.
Yeah.
Funk wrestling.
How about it?
Because he would bend and twist. Like how the hell is Gumby doing this?
Yeah. It's funny you say that. I was literally just talking to a friend of mine at work the other day about that. About like, man, to be so good, to have people, and that's the thing. He's not saying, and he's not the one going out there and saying, "Well, I have a whole style after me." These are things that people, your peers, are saying. What I mean?
They called it, yeah,
exactly.
They didn't have to describe how he wrestled. They said, "This is funk wrestling."
That's right. And a lot of people would have thought, "What, Terry Funk?" No. This is completely different. Completely different.
This guy's no shit you don't expect.
No, that's right. That is 100%
actually, Mitchell Messon, a national champion for Penn State, has that style. He was trained by Askren.
Yeah.
When he was in high school.
Yep.
So he had a lot of results.
And that's a feather. That's a feather to have in your cap right there for sure.
You are in trouble. Hollywood says, can't wait for events. Next time we play you again, Matt Phil.
It was good seeing old Hollywood back out there in the field, and I'm telling you what, man, the presence he brings. I mean, you can't miss that for nothing. I was really happy to see Bobby back at it. The last couple of years that we've been doing this with them, we haven't seen him. He's been doing some other things, and that I know that he does swimming and he does all this other stuff. So it was good to see him back out there. There's a lot of personality on the Bulldogs. There's a lot of personality, and I think it's one of my favorite things about them is I think these guys can talk trash better than anybody that I know. And I know a lot of guys that can talk some trash. So it's good to have.
I'm doing good, Bobby. I'll tell you what you do. Next time you meet, you go out there, pick Silks up, and give him a pal driver.
Right on the ground, in the grass. Like he's used to.
And then 3 touchdown passes.
And that's what he'll do, too. That's what he'll do, Brian. And then whenever I can't compete on the next HWF event, I'll be hollering at you, brother. What you gonna do then, brother?
You'll compete.
Yeah, you may certainly believe I will. How you been feeling, Brian?
I'm doing much better. I was really bad for a while, but I'm okay now.
That's good, man.
Just waiting for my prosthetic.
so I could go do my rehab and walk around again and come to your matches.
That's right, brother. That's right. We gotta see you one of these times, man. I'm telling you, I'll give you a hot.
I had an idea.
What's that?
I was talking about it before you got on. I could be a good manager because if my guy's losing, I'll take my leg off and smash the other guy with it.
And that won't be disqualification because it's part of you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just help the guy out.
Man. Now, see, I didn't think about it that way. That's a whole other thing, man.
Once I get my leg, Trista, you can smack that Havoc guy or whatever right up the head.
That's incredible.
It'll be metal, buddy.
She just told me something to let you guys know that she had found out about here not too long ago. The little girl Paisley that we ran the event for, the cause and effect.
Yes.
She was able to come home.
Awesome.
So that is
fantastic,
isn't it? Isn't it, man? That's just the thing to hear that'll just completely change your night, man.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. And the mother and the father, man, they're great people, and it was so good being able to see them at the event and everything. And I mean, like I'm one of these guys. It's like, you know, guys like them, you know, nobody looks for charity. You know what I mean? Like nobody wants to look for something like that. But in my opinion, like I said on the last time we did this, you know, if it was me, I would hope that somebody would be there, you know, and a little bit it restored my faith in humanity, but it also kind of shook it as well, because I mean, we're talking about a company that normally draws 200 to 300 people, and I don't know if it was the timing or not or whatever, but it almost feels like when people are asked to donate and stuff, it's, you know, slim pickings. And we had the most dire of fans at the last event, and they did everything they could, and we handed it all over. Our food money, our anything that we made, we wanted to be able to give back in the biggest way possible. And to be able to hear that this little girl came home, man, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And to add to the story a little bit, Rodney, with everything that he was going through, our opening game, he was there playing against no players.
Yep.
That's something that you know just shows what kind of guy he is.
Yeah, most certainly. I mean, he runs into burning buildings, man. Mm-hmm. He runs into burning buildings, and not only that, and I use that term right away because, you know, they're firemen, but there's so much that they do for the community that no one knows about. There's so much of that stuff that really doesn't even have anything to do with a fire at all. But, you know, a guy like him, if I'm in not a good shape and I need someone to come help me out, I'm at least set here and understanding, like, these guys, and not just because it's me. It's not because it's Matt and they know me. I'm talking because they would do it for anybody. When I call them heroes, I mean that. So when he walked out on the grass blades there to play you a couple weeks ago, Kenny, and we talked about that at the end of the game the other day, that's fantastic. But I'm not surprised, at least, because a guy like Rodney Henry, a guy like, you know, Chad Johnson and Larry Carter, a lot of these guys that are prime examples of what it means to be a good human being, and great leaders. You know what I mean? I'm not shocked by that at all. I'm happy to hear that he was out there, and I'm really happy to know them guys. Morgan and Rodney are fantastic people, and knowing that we were able to get to know them, I mean, it sucked that we had to get to know who they are on that type of thing. You know, you don't ever want to see somebody go through a rough time like that. But in my opinion, everything happens for a reason, and God is great, man. To know that little girl's home, and that they're starting to get to figure out, you know, what this next chapter is in their life of being a family. That's incredible.
Amen.
Yeah.
You already know that he's top.
Yeah.
To deal
with this.
I left that up because I think you're in trouble, Matt. He's gonna pile drive.
Yeah. That's what That's the thing. A lot of those guys, they talk trash, but I do believe that Bobby Fischer would put me on my head.
Bobby's gonna
power drive you while he's eating the bag of chips.
Yep, I bet he will too. And then he'll call Jason Havoc and say, "Did I do it the right way?"
Ask
Ed House.
Bobby hit him with a cane years ago. With the kendo stick. Remember that?
I do.
Yep.
I do remember that. I think there was 10 people that hit him with a kendo stick at night.
Oh yeah.
There was a girl. That's funny you say that. There was a girl that was looking to buy tickets for that event. Heck, that was a decade ago now, I think it was. I remember this girl was buying tickets or something at West End, and she was like, "Oh, so you're a wrestler? You're going to be there?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, we'll be there. We're having matches and stuff like that." And she was like, "What are the odds that I'll be able to get close to the ring?" She was one of the people that got to get in the ring and cane Ed House. So that was even cooler yet.
Wow.
So, but yeah, Bobby Fischer, he no joke, bro. I tell you what, though, that Chill Will, he's no joke neither, man. He was out there running the field, and Becky was doing fantastic. So many really, really good players out there. And Kenny, you should be really proud, man. I talked to Des the other day, and I don't know if she got a chance to tell you or not, but I put you guys over big time. I told her, guys like you are you're very important to our community. And I hope you understand that you're doing really good things for those guys. And so a lot of times I call them kids that are younger than me. And a lot of people are like, they're not kids. I get it. But in my mind and the way that I do my thing, how the guy drops me off from work, he's 25 years older than me. I call him kid too. So I guess I can get over it. But these guys are fantastic, and they have great leadership. And a guy like you, Kenny. So thank you for doing what you do for these guys, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
No problem, man.
So
which one of you is going to cover this event?
That'd be me.
That'd be me. Okay.
No, we're both going to be there.
Great. Fantastic.
Tell me the
truth, Matt. Did you ever want to
just
beat the shit out of Yoder?
Out of Yoder? Well, depending on what story you listen to, he had to take care of Matt Silks one time in the ring. You know what I'm talking about, Josh, right? Take it easy on him. He hasn't been training in a while, so make sure that you guide him. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh, believe me.
Josh knows what he's doing. Josh knows what he's doing. But I'll tell you what, right now, I'm gonna give him a drop kick if he misses another HWF event. That's a shoot, brother. I love you.
You should.
No, I love having you guys come out. And not only that, the stories are always really great. And it's just good to see everybody. You know what I mean? I like watching a video back and seeing a guy like Kenny react. You know what I mean? And because that's what we're doing this for. We're trying to get reactions, and sometimes we don't hit it on the mark. But the last show that we had, we surprised a lot of people. Kenny, you didn't know Rob was there, did you?
No, I had not a clue. I thought it was your brother. That was what he had up your sleeve.
Nope. It was definitely Rob. And there was a lot of people that sent me messages after that event and was like, "How did you make this work?" And I'm just like, "Hey, send messages to Rob and ask him." I helped make the decisions here, and I don't even know how it happened. So,
if I remember correctly, wasn't there a chance of holy shit?
Yes,
I thought so.
We don't get them chants very often. So I said it there that night. I was like, leave it to Rob Noxious to get me one of my first holy shit chances. I'm standing in the ring. I guess that means I got to work a whole lot harder here. But what an experience, man. I'll be talking about that one for a long time. I couldn't. For the next week after that, I couldn't sleep. I was just in my head, I was like, did that really happen? And then you go back and you watch the fans and they're, oh my gosh, is this really happening? And that's the moments that we work so hard for. You know what I mean? So I feel like we were able to do something, but it also goes back to the adage of saying, hey, anything can happen at HWF. It truly can. We have WWE guys coming in, the landscape is completely changing, and to see Rob there, to seeing him, tipping the cap. And, hey, you think you guys are doing pretty good, you know? And then to opening the school up and welcoming me back after all these years and all that. That's the stuff that I don't take lightly at all, and I really do appreciate. So all the work really is paying off, and it's help from you guys too. I really do mean that.
Appreciate
If you do drop kick Josh, film it so I can watch it over and over and over again.
I'll make sure I do it. I'll tell Kenny to write a story on it and everything, because Josh won't be able to type, write, or do nothing.
Yeah,
Just pop him. I mean hard.
No, I will. I'll say this is for Brian. Give it.
I want to
see spit flying out of his mouth.
All right. I mean okay. I mean, that's getting there, but you got it, Brian. We got you, buddy.
Kenny, wait till you see what Bobby said.
What's that?
I screwed
it up. There.
I want
to challenge you to match your title
with Kenny
as his partner.
Bobby?
No.
I don't know about all that. I mean, I don't feel like losing my belts right now.
I got
it.
Listen, it might be one of these things that I might steal the name from Hollywood there and become Hollywood Matt Silks. I wonder what that would look like. Be the heel of HWF, brother.
Hey, yeah.
About it.
Hey, you can play next time we play you guys. Whoever wins gets to use the moniker Hollywood.
Oh, I didn't say that. It was you, Kenny. Boy, now I'm really excited.
Bobby.
I don't think I'll be his partner now.
September can't get here fast enough. And the last time I checked, I think we're playing you guys twice in September, so it's gonna be good. Heck yeah, man.
Okay, so it is Saturday.
Doors
open at 5, bell rings at 6. Fifth annual SummerFest.
Night
like a great card. Sons of the County Open Challenge. Trista Silks takes on Big Fat Potato Chip Guy.
He's gonna love that.
He'll come to my house and smash me.
He'll probably say something for sure, because he's one of them guys that he just really likes to run his mouth. So
if you know
where I live, don't tell him.
I won't. I promise.
No, but it's
Mike Jason Havoc, right?
Yeah, Jason Havoc.
I want to get his name right.
Yep, Jason Havoc.
And then Road against Ford. That's a good win. Battle of the Beasts.
So
kick there.
It'll be a good
night.
Show
up.
Watch some
good wrestling. Some good food.
Have a good
time.
That's right.
Let's see what happens to poor little Trista against Big Fat Potato Chip.
That's right. Family friendly entertainment. You can. This is an event that you can bring the whole family to. You know what I mean? And it doesn't matter if you're in the front row, second row. You could be standing. It doesn't matter. There will be something that we do this Saturday night that will grab the attention to every fan in that building, the Heritage Fire Company. And I know I say it a lot, but I'm huge thanks to those guys. Without them, we're not doing as many shows that we're doing. Without them, we're not able to show you people the amount of shows that we have coming up over the next year. We're positioning ourselves and planning the next year, which is 2026. For HWF, and we're excited about that. What this does is it helps our business as well. So the Heritage guys, they have no idea how much they're helping. Now there is an event happening Saturday earlier in the day at the Heritage Fire Company. There's going to be some vendors and stuff down there. It's a craft show. It has nothing to do with HWF. We're not linked in any way, but I would be remiss if I didn't let people know that you can stop in there early in the day and check out some cool vendors. And not only that, the doors are always welcome to people that want to become a volunteer firefighter for the Heritage. These guys are the top of the totem pole when it comes to being a rescue, being a person that is going to take care of somebody that's in need. So anything that the Heritage Fire Company is doing, I will support. I will be there. There's been a lot of talk about me being involved in a more on a permanent basis. Now, I don't see myself suiting up and going in there and fighting fires because I am not a hero like those guys are. But I am. I'm extremely humbled by having the opportunity to even be able to run these wrestling shows in there, being part of them. So, if you guys ain't got nothing going on this Saturday night, come check out Honorary Wrestling Federation, the Heritage Fire Company, for SummerFest, the 5th annual SummerFest under HWF. General admission tickets are still available. Like Brian had told you, the doors open at 5 o'clock. The show starts at 6. Front rows are pretty much all sold out. So it's a waiting game. We put up the ring Friday night. We'll be selling tickets down there. So if anybody doesn't got their tickets yet, you want to get some tickets, you even want to meet some of the guys and see what goes into putting a show like this together, stop in, get yourself a ticket, enjoy yourself Saturday morning before the event. Heck, if you're in Lewistown, check out both events. I think it's worth it. It's not expensive either. I mean, HWF shows are $20 to get in for front row, $10 for general admission. So it's a great event. And I'm just really, really thankful to be in the position I am to be able to do this. And I want to thank you, Brian, Kenny, and of course, Josh. You guys are fantastic at doing this. I'm sorry that I got on late, guys.
Well, that's okay. Josh was pissed, but we forgive you.
I believe it. He's probably on here saying about the time he wrestled me and he powerbombed me and all that stuff.
Josh said, don't ever put that effing SOB on again.
That jobber Matt Silks. Yeah. Don't be putting him on here. He eats up my wage. Listen, I'll tell you what, Josh could still do it, if you want my opinion. Josh could still get in there and lift that leg up and boot someone right in the jib. Who knows? Maybe I'll get hold of Josh after this podcast and say, Josh, you know Havoc like I do. What do we got to do to make sure Trista keeps the victory? Maybe Josh is, involved. Who knows?
Is there no disqualification? Any special things in this match?
I mean, that I heard that it's a normal match, but knowing Jason and knowing all the precautions that he takes about a mile ahead of time, because that's what he's got to do. It takes him a while to get there. He's probably gonna, pull some dastardly things. I can only imagine of what he's gonna do. But like I said, man, I love my wife. Ain't nothing happening to her. I will whoop his ass, and he knows it.
If it's no DQ, you can come get my aluminum baseball bat.
You got it, brother.
That's the equalizer.
You got it. The equalizer that will keep our company. But if not, we'll just start another one and do this whole process over again.
That's right.
Well, if we've known Jason for a long time, he's up.
Yeah, he always is. Don't get it twisted. I respect Jason, and I appreciate him. He had a big hand in training me, and I'll be honest with you. I was scared of him for a really long time. But if there's anything, it's not that I'm feared for the actual thing that stands in front of me. He's got a really powerful mind, and he knows how to use it. So if anything, we'll see what happens.
Is Trista there by you?
She's actually sitting here on the chair listening to us talk.
Put her on camera a minute. Trista, I can help you out. I know what to do.
And
Get my aluminum baseball bat. Throw a family-sized bag of hard-to-leave potato chip in the ring. And when he goes for it, clobber him right in the head.
Well, okay, so if that's the case, then maybe I just take I do the cartoons and I put the chips on the ground and he can just be like, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. And eventually we just trap him somewhere in a cage.
Yeah.
And just get rid of him.
Piano on his head like Wile E. Coyote.
Exactly.
So how's the training coming?
It's hard.
I bet.
It's not easy, and honestly, you, like Matt says all the time, you have to be 100% crazy to want to physically go in there and do things like that. So
Yep.
Obviously, I will never be truly ready because I am not a wrestler. Jason has been working in that ring for a long time, and not even he is crazy. And I know that. I've known him for 14 years. So it's a lot.
Yeah, and he outweighs you by about 750 pounds.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a problem because I am very little and he is not. So yeah, I don't know how I'm going to get him down on that mat. But I have plenty of people in my corner that have been working with me nonstop. So whatever the outcome this Saturday, I'm going in there to get and keep my company and take it completely away from him.
That's the attitude. Good luck.
Good luck.
Oh, thank you.
And I'll tell you what, man. That's I guess I got to be politically correct. Jason Havoc is spiritually talented. But I hope you have a great show. It sounds like it's going to be a winner.
Oh yeah. Besides, obviously, my match, which still is unbelievable to say, we have some great matches lined up. Title matches after title match. So yeah, and the open challenge. Plenty of eyes went on to that, and not even, I know Artie Mosh shared something saying about management still hasn't told me anything. Well, that's because you guys decided to do an open challenge, and why should you know before the show?
Exactly.
It's going to be a nice surprise. You guys wanted a surprise. That's what an open challenge is. So that's the way we're going to keep it.
Awesome.
Indeed.
Good luck.
Good luck. Like I said.
Oh, thank you much. Here's Matt back.
Okay.
Yeah, she's ready.
Yeah, I can
tell.
So is
that the main event?
Road
and Ford.
I believe it's going to be James Ford and John Roden. Before I let you guys get back to your deal here, I forgot about one matchup that I wanted to make sure that I did put out there.
Okay.
Isaiah Frazier will be returning this Saturday night to wrestle Red Dog, a crowd favorite, and I'm one of these people that I sing the praises of Isaiah Frazier, and he's a guy that has wrestled for you. You know, you're a big fan of NWA, right? He wrestled against Nick Aldis. That is, WWE.
Magnus.
Yeah, Magnus. That's right. He wrestled him for the NWA World's Championship. Obviously, he didn't beat him, but it's the experience, the shoe steps on the way there, and the miles it took to get there. Isaiah Frazier is a guy that when he walks out onto the entranceway to getting to the ring, I'm a guy that makes all the videos here. And I say it all the time, a guy like Isaiah Frazier makes what I do fun because I like watching a guy like him. A lot of the fans don't care for him. He's got a little bit of an attitude, but I think that he can back it up in that 16x16. Red Dog has been with us since the very first SummerFest in 2021, and he's been the Extreme Heavyweight Champion for quite some time. But over the next year, we will be taking the precautions to introduce a new championship that will take the Extreme titles place, and that is the Heritage Championship. And it plays on the name of the location that we're in right now, which is the Heritage Fire Company. So it's our way to be able to say, hey, thank you. And also another way to say, hey, you know what, after 5 years, we have our own heritage. And what other way to do that than to have two amazing talents that are going to go out there and give their all. And Isaiah Frazier and Red Dog is a matchup that I'm extremely excited about. And it's something that kind of got away from me because there's a lot of really big matches on this card, which that goes back to my statement earlier about, it's getting harder to get inside the doors of HWF, and there's a lot of talent that want to wrestle here. This is a matchup that in no way, shape, or form is a least amount. This is a matchup that will and has all of the ingredients to become match of the night quality. So I'm excited to see what Isaiah Frazier and the Red Dog do. Red Dog is the extreme heavyweight champion and he has been for the last 6 months. So let's see what happens, man. I'm really excited about this card, and I'm really excited about, overall the experience of running a SummerFest at the Heritage Fire Company. So thank you so much for this avenue of promotion just a couple days removed from SummerFest.
Well, I'm glad
you could get on and talk with us a little bit.
Most certainly.
Definitely.
The main
story though is will they keep the company?
Yeah, the main story right now is what's the future look like after this weekend? You know what I mean?
Right.
100%. This is a real thing. I just became 1 year at my job, at my shoot job. So I was able to put in a day to have off. So I put in to have Monday off because I know that this weekend is going to be hectic. And regardless if the stipulation of the company being on the line was there or not, I'm still getting in the ring. I don't know if there's more than one team showing up here. So, everybody needs a little bit of rest and relaxation. But I'm taking it just in case my wife needs me here. You know what I mean? In case my wife needs to have me look at her and say, hey, you gave it everything you had. And she's a very strong person. So in the regards of this matchup, I don't think there's anything that can compare to having two beautiful children and going through the things that she's going through in her life. You know what I mean? She's gotten through a lot of things. And this Saturday night is a huge, huge opportunity for her, for me, for the company, for Jason. But it's also a great time to be alive and to be running pro wrestling shows. So we're excited.
Right.
Worth the price of admission.
Trista
Silks, co-owner of the company, takes on spiritually challenged potato chip guy.
That's it. That's it.
He's gonna
bust me if he ever finds my address.
I don't think he will.
Just like your
partner probably wants to.
He probably does. Listen, at the end of the day, he probably wants to do something to me. He knows where I live. I'm here all day long. So, but yeah, man.
Thanks for coming on.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Matt.
Very, very sorry about the late attendance here, guys. It's not like
it's all right. We called Josh down.
All right.
Yeah.
As long as he's good, we can't be having Josh mad because he's the real superstar here.
He's always complaining.
What was that?
It sounds like a robot.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt, thank you, my friend.
Appreciate it. There we go.
Thank you very much, guys.
Hope you fill the place up and
keep your
company.
Yes, I thank you again to you guys for covering this again. You guys have been doing this over the last year or so, and we're really thankful to it. So hopefully we get you guys some really good results. I can't wait to see you guys there, Kenny, Josh, and Brian. Before you know it, I know that you'll have a hot mic in your hand, and we'll be having a good time, man. So until then,
I'd love it, man.
Until then, brother, that's
no problem. Your whole stable would probably want to kill me.
They might, and then I'll look at them and say, "Hey, now that's heat. Now you do something to get that type of heat, and then maybe we'll be able to sell out every week."
Before you go, just to tell you what a small world is.
I didn't connect
your name, right?
Right.
My niece
used to live by you guys.
And my nephew through marriage to my niece. And I used to go up to Buchanan and shoot hoops with your brother Chuck.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yep. Isn't that crazy how that works out?
I just put it together.
Shows you how
Slow I am.
Oh, Matt
Silks.
Yep. That's my big brother. We, believe it or not, we started this whole thing together. Me, him, and Andy Hoare. We just started in a backyard, and like we all just body slammed ourselves. Chuck was always the big bad guy, and now he doesn't wrestle anymore. He still comes and supports me and the rest of the team. But we don't ever forget about those beginning days. And I tell you what, I remember going up there and shooting hoops back in the day as well. It's crazy how much time has gone by. Basketball was my first love, and I'll always be a Michael Jordan guy. But man, nothing compares to this wrestling stuff, man. It's different.
Yeah, because I remember when you guys were doing the backyard wrestling stuff, right?
Yep. That was 20 years ago. Believe it or not.
My God.
The event, the SummerFest event, has been seen on the backyard, which was 20. This is actually SummerFest is 20 years old this year, and that's how I can tell that I've been wrestling for nearly 20 years because of that. It's seen CPW, CCW, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Brutus Barber Beefcake. There's been a lot of really big personalities on these shows, but this is the 5th consecutive time that we've done it, and no breaks every year. We're running it, and last year at this time, we picked up the tag team championships, so we have had the tag titles for 1 year's time. A lot of people might think that we're about due to lose them, but I feel like we're just now getting hot in this big streak, and you put Mosh and myself together, and we make magic, regardless of any personal opinions. You know what I mean? We're our own guys, but whenever we get in that ring, it's magic, man. And this weekend, we plan on pulling some David Copperfield shit. You best believe it.
Yeah. Nice.
Your back
must hurt, Bill.
It does.
Because you've
had to carry him for how long?
That's a whole other conversation. But yes, it does, Brian. It hurts.
See, Matt,
I could bring so much heat.
You could, brother.
Everybody would hate me.
But you'd make for some watchable TV, boy. I tell you that.
I came from the Jim Cornette school.
That's right. Do you listen to his podcasts?
Yeah, once in a while when I get the time.
Man, I love listening to him talk about a good AEW event, boy. Oh my God!
The guy really knows the history and everything.
Yeah, he does.
He's like the encyclopedia.
I'd love to talk to him just for a minute, man. But
I love what he talks about.
I don't know if
I haven't heard him in a while.
When he runs down
Penny Omega,
Twinkle Toes.
I just get tears in my eyes.
Twinkle Toes and the Hardly Boys.
Yeah. What did he call
that one guy?
Something finger bang.
Yeah, he probably did too. He probably did too. He does not care about getting canceled, but that's also why I love Corny, bro. I love Jim Cornette.
I
Me
told
too.
my mom
a nice
sweet Christian woman. Cornette would come on TV.
She
would go insane.
Yell
at him.
Like he's gonna
hear TV.
That's incredible. And to me, like, that is the biggest compliment. And a guy like him, and a guy like him, he's probably heard that a whole lot. But man, and he's funny. He could have been a comedian. He truly could have been.
Yeah.
So.
But I'll end by saying I will send Trista my aluminum bat.
Okay.
And I'll send you
Ben Gay.
Down
your back.
You got it, brother.
From carrying your partner for so long.
You send me all of that, and I will not send Jason Havoc your address.
Thank you.
I do not want spiritually challenged potato chip guy in my house.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh man.
I'll get my ass
kicked.
Yeah. Something like that.
I'd have to
plead with them. You wouldn't hurt a disabled guy, would you?
Let's have it.
And then bash him over the head.
That's right. And I'd be right there to super kick him in his jibs.
There you go.
There you go.
He wouldn't forget about it.
You're getting a tip, buddy.
That's it. That's
All right.
it.
All right.
Thank you
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much, guys. You have a great night. God bless each and every single one of you. And I can't wait to see you this Saturday.
Have a
Thanks for
great
having
show.
us.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Bye. See that, Kenny? I could be the greatest manager in independent wrestling history.
Hey,
Because
speaking
I
of wrestling,
make fun of everybody.
speaking of wrestling, Carson, I'm actually looking up the Real American Freestyle website right now. Do you know who they have on the roster?
Yeah. Wyatt Hendrickson, Bo Nickel.
Trent Hidley.
Yes, Trent signed with them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's not going to be in the first event, but he did sign with them.
That's something we can probably keep an eye on for a while, huh?
Oh, yeah. Trent's a major, major, major athlete. But hey, we broke our record by a long shot, Kenny.
I'll say.
We went 2 hours and 26 minutes, and some people probably committed suicide while they were watching, listening, because they didn't expect that.
Well, hey, come on. We were trying not to be as depressing as we were last week.
But
That's true.
no, we weren't depressing. We just were like hating on Matt until he showed up. Thank you, Matt. We forgive you. We forgive you for not showing up on time, damn it.
You know, there's some feature movies that don't last as long as this podcast did today.
No, I know. Like I said, we will not do this, people. I promise. Matt came on late. We decided to stay on with him because we always have a good time when he's on.
Yep.
I promise you it won't be 2.5 hours. Oh, my God. All right. Well, we had 4 likes, so some people... Bobby stood the whole time.
Nice.
Bless his heart.
Pee-wee gave us a like, even though Kenny said you lost the game for them, Pee-wee. And I want to give everybody who was willing to stay the distance. We got a thumbs up from Sean Farrell. Sean's our buddy. And Dawn Kerstetter. Thank you, Dawn.
Mama Dawn.
That's
But,
right.
That's going to do it. I know
Yeah.
Kenny, his wife's probably going, okay, I like it when Kenny doesn't bother me, but this is too much.
Actually, my bladder is saying, let's get going. Let's move it along. Move it along.
Yeah, I know. That was a lot. All right. That's going to do it. Sorry for the lateness. For Kenny Varner and Josh Yoder, I'm Brian Carson. Thank you for staying with us and listening. We'll be back next Wednesday. Have a great rest of your week.
Good night,
Goodbye.
everybody.
Good night.